Hello. So I'm following an impulse to film something that might actually end up being completely mildly rubbish, but I'll let you guys judge that. It's always good to be melancholy and self-depreciative, deprecative in a video. I think that really makes it good quality content, very professional. If you talk yourself down, I think that works a treat. Top ratings, I reckon. I've been pretty busy. We like that word, busy. Be busy. And I've been doing concerts and studying and transcribing stuff. And just before this, I attempted filming a music theory tutorial video that was pretty good, I think. And then it didn't record properly, and so I thought, just keep it simple. I'll do a thing to camera and just, see how y'all doing and update you. And of course, that's just something that you think should be simple, but then you've got to have the bits in the right place. And so I guess this is really just a vent. I'm venting, and that's where we're at. Have had a very dodgy eye for the past week and a half, and that's slowly going down, but has made doing any of this sort of stuff pretty difficult, as one, when something happens, really hones in and focuses entirely on the one thing that is just going on in the face. I also feel like I'm not really making much sense, but if you're watching and you're just here for the chaos, then welcome. If you're watching and you're majorly concerned, it's okay. It all works out in the end. So over the weekend, I had a day of kinesiology study. That was really cool. For those that don't know, I'm doing a diploma of kinesiology, which is basically studying the anatomy and physiology and understanding the psychological, emotional connection between certain ailments in the body and injuries. So, and we use traditional Chinese medicine as a basis to create connections. Something really cool as part of kinesiology is muscle monitoring, where we can actually ask the body a question and use a particular muscle to give us feedback, the answer. Kind of hard to talk about without demonstrating it, but effectively I could put someone's arm out and then I'd push it down and then I'd ask the person to hold, and so I go, my name is Daniele, hold, it locks. My name is Bob, hold, and doesn't lock. I think there's a bit of bias going into that just now, just so I can show you the demonstration. But the idea is that the muscle would unlock if the thing is not true. But I could also, I'm asking the body whether I should work on particular meridians, should I work on the liver, the gallbladder, and then the body will respond and will confirm that you should work on that thing. So for example, yesterday I did some work on my housemate, and he had some eye issues, and so I checked to see what meridian I should work on, and it was confirmed that I should work on the liver. Just so happens that the liver meridian is really responsible for eye problems. So brings me to the issue that I'm having at the moment. So I've seen the acupuncture Chinese doctor 3 times over the past week. Very expensive, and had this little sort of rash going on and this eye stuff going on, and he's like, okay, it's liver gallbladder stuff, and liver gallbladder is all centered around perfectionism and decision making and getting things right and perfect and planning and structure, and the idea is when it's in, I guess, harmony, which I'm still trying to work out how that is and what that feels like, it moves, the element moves in a sort of flowing sense, like trees do through the wind. But too much wind, and then it gets a bit chaotic. That's probably a terrible analogy. I only started studying this last September, so it's still kind of consolidating. It'll take a little bit of time to do so. But anyway, I've had this nasty little rashy thing on my arm, and that's more or less gone. And this eye stuff came up, which I believe is to do with stress and stuff. So yeah, on Sunday, so Saturday I had the kinesiology, and on Sunday I had, what are your words? What words are you trying to say? Sunday I had Broadway Unplugged, which is a concert that I run. So for the past 3 weeks I've been working on that, arranging it, preparing music for it, all that wonderful stuff. And it's nice now that I've got a bit of time. But of course, with time comes the notion of possibility, and with possibility comes mild stress. So something that I'd like to improve on and work on is not requiring or not freaking out when I've got lots of time to play with. So for example, doing this right now, it's like, maybe you didn't need to do it, but then at the same time I don't want to completely avoid doing things. Let me know if you know how that feels like, or if I'm just an absolutely big ball of chaos, which is, both could be true. Both could absolutely be true. Usually I'm in front of the piano playing a tune, doing some improvisation. This time I chose to not have the piano with me, trying to keep it simple. I don't know how that's going to go, because the piano is a bit of a comfort blanket for me. So, what else is going on? I'm taking it easy, so I've got, take around this wonderful drawing pad. I think I may have mentioned it in the previous video that I did when I was talking to you guys about what I do. And I just take a page and get a coffee and just do some writing. And then once I have what I want to do, I pop it in a little weekly schedule. And so right now this is March. I know this is really good quality, like top quality filming, just showing it to you in front of the camera. But this is my schedule. And so this helps me be able to see what I can and can't do and where my time is open, I guess. And then lastly, this guy I use to put my to-do lists on each day, but also just my general focus. I don't know if this is going to work, it's shocking. More confidence I should probably have. And then, so I put all my to-dos here if I don't have a day for them, and then I pop my priorities for the week here so I don't lose focus. Yeah, so what's important to me is, trying to stay on top of things so I don't forget them, or they don't sort of go to the bottom of the list. So a few things that I need to do is like take care of the house, because I've just moved, so there's probably important things I need to do there. And this has just been an impromptu kind of filming. Other than that, I am looking forward to musical directing Leader of the Pack, which will be with secondary college in May. I'm constantly working on my transcribing services and piano backing services, which I do every day. I'm practicing piano in the morning. I'm quite fixated and obsessed with how to be more productive but also eliminate chaos, which I don't know if it's possible, because chaos is a part of life, it's part of the world that we live in. So I think that I'm learning to try to accept the chaos and find some sort of order within the chaos, rather than trying to impose order on top of chaos, as we find that does not work. So here I am, just having a wee old chat. I would like to do some more twitchy game things, but that's something that is so far down the list right now, because my priority is my health and getting my eye kind of in a good way and my skin in a good way. So part of that means doing more meditation, more yoga. I'm hoping to start taking up Qigong in a couple of weeks. For those that don't know, and for little that I know, Qigong is a movement practice similar to Tai Chi or yoga. And so I already practice yoga. I've started doing online Tuesday evenings with a teacher named Patrick, and those classes have been very rewarding. And it's nice to just have something to look forward to, so I make sure that goes into my schedule, because I think part of prioritizing health is to make sure that you're working towards it, or that you know that it's going to happen, so you're there when it happens, rather than getting sidetracked or distracted by other things. So yeah, the Qigong will be in a couple of weeks, and I look forward to that. And then before that, I'll be starting production of Shrek, which I'll just be playing for. So I'll fly in and then play the tunes and then fly out, and hopefully hopefully goes very smoothly. And that's a high school production as well. Seem to be doing a lot of high school productions. And other than that, that's just life. That's where I'm at. It's what I'm doing. you know? Trying to place less emphasis on what I do, but it's so hard because I just think that that's just the world that we live in, you know? I am really trying to check my perfectionism, but it is rearing its ugly head and really decides to make itself apparent when I'm trying to do things like this, which I'd like to be more experimental and more explorative, and it'd be okay to fail, yet sometimes it kind of takes control and it's like, you need to have that bit there and that bit there and have all the bits going, because if you have all the bits going, it'll be really good, and if it's really good, insert thing here. Honestly, though, it's always largely based around feelings of validation, being validated. I think that most humans tend to be motivated by a want to be validated, depending on what kind of human you are, I guess. But I know that that's a big one for me. And a large one for me is also being okay to be vulnerable. So these videos are a little bit of an exercise in being vulnerable, opening my heart. And although I'm not finding it very easy at the moment, and it's probably just coming across a little bit calculated and cold, I know that doing it will help in some way, shape or form. I guess it's just an extension on the writing that I do every day, similar principle in terms of speaking. So I guess I don't really need to do anything with the video, but of course I pop it online because I think, maybe someone else wants to hear this. Something that I really want to do is write a video on my self-care stuff, the stuff that I do that is really important to me. And of course, what gets to me is like, what do I do? How should I set that up? Blah, 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 blah. I could literally just talk about it. But then I go, you gotta edit this and edit that. And then it's like, your head just kind of gets in the way. And I would like my intuition to be stronger and to, it's all that balance, isn't it? So maybe I'll do that video one day. Maybe I'll do it in 5 years. Again, the focus for me right now is to just take care of myself, take it easy, work on building a schedule that has strong foundations rather than just sort of whacking stuff into the schedule. Continue to work on mindfulness activities such as meditation and yoga, and hopefully bring in some forest walks or something fun like that, something nature related, because I think I need it. Especially to help subdue that wood, or rather pacify that wood element. Other than that, I hope you're well. For those that watch this, don't know if many people do. I'll try do another one next week because regularity and routine is key. But also, sometimes it just gets a bit much. My goal for these videos is to hopefully connect with people who have similar anxieties and issues and concerns around the world, maybe, about life, and sometimes, you want to do everything that you possibly can do, but there's just not enough time, and the thought of doing all the things just creates a lot of havoc inside of your mind. So maybe through these talks and through these videos, I can hopefully reach out to people, and through relationships and building that sense of empathy and similarity, that we can sort of help each other, forgive each other for, little things that come up, you know what I'm saying? Because sometimes we're just a bit hard on ourselves. So that's it. Now I've got to edit this video, and I'm sure it's going to be a right success. So until next time, goodbye. Okay. Hello, friends. Go out of frame. It's always a good thing to do. What am I doing here? Just thought I'd update you. Very good load. Hello. Hi. Hello. Hey. Hello. What am I doing?